There's just been so much. I'm only in day 2 of the conference, but just all the great people we've been able to network with, speak to all the wonderful ideas that are out there. Again, I'm still learning how this model policy is created, so I'm looking forward to the task force this afternoon. What I can bring back, again, that whole thing about unleashing the private sector, allowing the good ideas to flourish, and helping government to be more effective, but not a barrier to innovation.
Welcome to the 2026 ALEC annual meeting in Orlando, Florida. I'm with New Jersey Assemblyman Greg Myhre. You're in your second term, and this is your first ALEC conference, so welcome.
Thank you.
You've been involved in energy policy.
Yes.
And particularly making sure there's a good balance of energy policy, but also making sure it's abundant and the grid is ready for what's coming with AI, I imagine. Go over your positions and your interest in energy.
Yeah, so my main concern about energy is that we have a reliable supply of energy, so when you turn on the light, that light goes on, and also that it's affordable. It's really, for a long time, people thought about their utility bills, but it was pretty easy. You turn off your lights, you make sure you keep the air conditioner at a reasonable level, and you're going to have a good idea where your utility bills are. A couple of years ago, people started opening those bills in April, May, and June, and they were just shooting way up. And it just coincided also with the advent of the smart meter as well. So a couple things happen there. You get double-digit year-over-year double-digit increases in those bills, and that is in part because we don't generate as much power as we used to in our state.
Tell me about the nuclear facility that went offline.
Yeah, so that's Oyster Creek Nuclear Generating Station, right in my district in Forked River. So it was the oldest continuously operating nuclear facility in the country, and that shut down in probably around 2017. 650 megawatts of power no longer going onto the grid, and no replacement for that power either.
Was that part of the sort of the myth in a way of how bad nuclear power can be? What was the result? Why did it shut down?
Well, it was because the DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, wanted them to build a new cooling tower that would have cost close to $1 billion, wow. And that was not economically viable for the plant owner at the time to operate. So they decided to shut it down instead. But it was certainly government regulation was the cause of the shutdown, not so much fear in the community.
And as you were mentioning earlier, it sounds like it's almost community against community now, with the coastal communities not wanting wind turbines out in the middle of the ocean. How's that playing out? Are they clashing with each other within the state?
Yes. So I don't think it's too popular with anybody, wind power, except for people that, again, are far from the coast.
Right.
But they don't realize all the implications that it can have on the fishing industry, on the environment. It's not really good for fish. It's not good for birds. And it's also not a reliable source of energy.
Right.
It's very high maintenance, very intensive, and it's not what you call baseload energy.
Right.
So you only get that power when the wind is blowing.
That leads to a joke, but I won't say it. At ALEC, this is your first ALEC meeting. You're a part of the Energy Task Force. What do you see here at ALEC that you can bring back to New Jersey?
There's just been so much. I'm only in day 2 of the conference, but just all the great people we've been able to network with, speak to all the wonderful ideas that are out there. Again, I'm still learning how this model policy is created, so I'm looking forward to the task force this afternoon. What I can bring back, again, that whole thing about unleashing the private sector, allowing the good ideas to flourish, and helping government to be more effective, but not a barrier to innovation.
And your governor may be part of that barrier, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
So our governor, Mikey Sherrill, she's recently elected. She's in her first term. And she's picked up right where Governor Murphy left off as being the most left-wing governor in our state's history. We've seen a number of companies leave the state that have been here forever. ExxonMobil just packed up this May. Yeah, they were over 140 years in the state, and now they finally decided to leave for good. M&M Mars, they just laid off, I think it's about 700 workers. Samsung had just come into the state a couple years ago. They're on their way out. So we see lots of companies just leaving. And they typically go to states where there's far less regulation, better tax structure. Here, there's a big philosophical divide between Republicans and Democrats.
And with energy prices increasing, people are really using their feet to move to where you can get a more favorable environment for price controls and bringing that cost down.
Yeah, that's a big source of it. And I will say there does seem to be bipartisan interest right now in actually finally addressing this energy crisis. So if there is any type of a silver lining there, I think when people have had enough, that brings people to the table together. So I'm a little bit optimistic on that.
You know, we're here in Orlando, Florida, and they always brag about 1,000 new people come in a month. A lot of those people are coming from New Jersey, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely are. I know so many people that have moved from New Jersey to Florida. And actually, my brother did many years ago.
Well, you know, obviously you want to stop that. Does ALEC just help you prepare and get some good research behind you when you make your case before the Assembly?
It does, yeah. I think just what I've learned here for the people and what I'm continuing to learn, I think it's really helping me to be a better legislator. And I hope that is going to lead to better passed legislation that will become law and make New Jersey a better state. We just have to get the rest of the legislators on board.
Well, you're not in the majority, are you?
No, we're deep in the minority.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you. With Assemblyman Greg Myhre from the state of New Jersey, here at the ALEC annual meeting in 2026 in Orlando, Florida.